watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Good evening. Today is Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023. I'm Missy Kohler, and this is News 25. The Cathedral Canyon murder trial started yesterday morning in Judge Wonker's district court. Before the trial started, murder suspect Brad Mean attempted to hurt himself in the court jail cell, which delayed the start of the trial. We are running this story again tonight due to technical difficulties in our newscast last night.
With the beginning of the trial for Brad Main, Kevin Dent, and Heather Pate starting today, today's District Court Judge Kim Wonker brought the jury in for this trial, which is expected to last about 3 weeks. Both Kevin Dent and Heather Pate have both pled guilty to second-degree murder of 27-year-old Roy Jaggers. Dent and Pate have agreed to testify against Main, who is said to have been the person who fired the 12-gauge shotgun at least 2 times that killed Jaggers while forcing him off the cliff in Cathedral Canyon, after the hours-long torture using things such as a blowtorch, axe, knives, and a baton back on August 1st of 2021. Main was allegedly pounding his head into the jail cell bars before the start of the trial this morning. After this happened, he was checked out by medics and was cleared to continue in court. His attorney, Tom Gibson, this morning brought up the fact that his client should have a competency test, which Judge Wonker denied.
Shouted a bit. I observed nothing on behalf of Mr. Main that would give this court pause or question that he had any sort of mental competency issues this morning. Now, he may have been upset by the information that whatever the discussions were, but I haven't seen anything to suggest that Mr. Main isn't prepared to go forward this morning, other than, once again, we've got another Hail Mary, and if the Nevada Supreme Court reverses me, my attitude is so be it. But I have to make some tough decisions as a judge. So I'm inclined to move forward. I'm going to bring the jury in. I am going to proceed with opening statements.
Later, Senior Deputy District Attorney Jason Gannell spoke to the jury about the things that Main is being charged with.
When he was at the bottom of the canyon, defendant Brad Main took a shotgun, 12-gauge shotgun, and shot him. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're here today.
Stay tuned with News 25 tomorrow for the follow-up on this continuing story.
Body cam footage of Nye County Captain David Berukowitz interrogating murder suspect Brad Mean was shown to jurors yesterday afternoon. Mikey Ruan has more.
The state presented new evidence in the Cathedral Canyon murder trial, which shows body cam footage of Nye County Sheriff Captain David Berukowitz interrogating one of the murder suspects, Brad Main.
You know what's up? No, I really don't. Okay. Well, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, one will be appointed to you before questioning. You understand that? Okay. Have a seat, so we're out of the sun. So everyone's whooping on him, kicking and beating him with batons and stomping on him.
Kevin put a rock in his mouth and then Kurt stomped him. I was like, no, I gotta go. This is too much. We need to drag him out somewhere and leave him for somebody to find him. We're done.
So you drive this truck out there, and you go to the Cathedral Canyon, and who takes him out of the car?
I never touched the person.
Well, you kicked him and punched him and beat him.
You know what I mean.
You never touched him getting out of the vehicle. So he gets him out of the vehicle, or does she?
He did.
He does.
She
And
spit on him.
Okay.
Twice.
Okay.
And then put a knife to his throat and said, if you ever try and touch my kids again, I'll kill you myself.
Okay. And you didn't do anything with the knife? No. At all? They're both liars.
I swear to God, they're both lying. I never did anything with a knife. Have a knife.
You normally have a knife, don't you?
No. My black knife doesn't have a sheath.
So then, what happens out there? Who cuts him loose?
They both did. She started and then he finished.
With whose knife? The truth.
The knife that they had, I think it was a box knife.
Wasn't your knife.
As far as I know, the box knife wasn't mine.
Okay, so they cut him out, and who tells him to take the clothes off?
Heather.
Why? Heather says take the clothes off.
She wanted him stripped naked.
She strips him naked, and then what? Don't give me that he jumped off a cliff. Don't give me that story. That's a bad story. I have a witness that watched what really happened. So don't give me that story again. The truth. What really happened. Something to the effect of you having him kneel down. Remember this part? Is it coming back to your memory?
I really don't remember.
Well, what do you remember?
Like I
Sure.
said, he was up top, he was down bottom.
Well, how did he get there?
At this point, honestly, I was so tired I was delusional.
Did you push him? You might have. And then you fired a shot at him. And another shot. And another shot. Right?
Yes.
And then you paused because he dropped. Right?
I don't know. I think he might have. I don't remember.
You don't remember if he dropped. So how'd you know he was dead?
I didn't, honestly.
This trial is ongoing, and News 25 will keep you updated.
Heather Pate, who took a plea deal in the murder of Roy Jaggers, gave her plea deal testimony late afternoon yesterday. RJ has the story.
As the court case continues, Heather Pate, one of the two who took a plea deal out of the three arrested for the alleged murder and kidnapping of 27-year-old Roy Jaggers on August 1st of 2021, was brought onto the witness stand to testify. She began with testifying about what led up to the murder, stating she had suspicions that Roy Jaggers had allegedly molested her 4-year-old son. She had these suspicions due to a video she had obtained of Roy Jaggers allegedly walking around the apartment in his underwear with her son present. She tried to ask her son about it, but her son didn't want to answer, also stating he wouldn't even play in his room alone anymore and had to play in her room while she was present.
Later that evening, I went into the bathroom with my son, and when he was done using the bathroom, I asked to look at his and it was bruised and purple and swollen, and I asked him what happened and if anyone hurt him, and I told him that he could tell me, and he said that it was Roy.
Pate went on to state she took video evidence of her son admitting that Roy allegedly hurt him and took photos of the bruises. She then confronted Roy with Kevin Dent, the other out of the three who pleaded guilty, at her apartment. When questioning Roy, Roy allegedly stated that her son made him uncomfortable and was flirting with him. This was when Kevin allegedly snapped and proceeded to beat Roy, yelling, "How does a 4-year-old flirt with you?" After copies of photos regarding Roy's beating were presented, Heather admitted to taking said photos. She continued, stating she handcuffed Roy out of fear of Roy attacking her. Afterwards, she testified about how she and Kevin drove out to Pahrump, allegedly planning to leave him in the desert and make him walk home. She continued stating that she allegedly called Brad when they entered Pahrump and that Brad gave them directions. After meeting up with them, she stated they continued to the firing range.
Brad and Kevin then pulled Roy out of my car, and Brad shot a gun off around his head, and then they started beating him.
She then said Brad allegedly brought out various tools from his trunk, including a large axe, a long knife, a couple of small axes, and a blowtorch. She stated Brad allegedly hit Roy with the blunt end of the large axe, used the blowtorch on Roy's stomach, back, and privates, and the knife was also used on his privates. Afterwards, they allegedly went to Brad's house. This is when Heather believes he grabbed a shotgun, afterwards going to Cathedral Canyon.
He had Roy stand at the edge of the cliff with the shotgun pointed at him, and he asked him again about hurting my son, and before Roy could answer, he kicked him off the cliff backwards.
And then what happened?
Roy ran, and Brad shot him down.
Heather then spoke of her plea deal, stating she pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and first-degree kidnapping.
Do you have an understanding what your possible sentence is?
I do.
And what is that?
The first-degree kidnapping could be a 5 to 15 or a 5 to life, and the second-degree murder can be a 10 to 25 or 10 to life.
Tune in tomorrow to hear another witness's testimony about a call they allegedly received from Brad on the day of the murder.
Earlier today in court, Heather Pate went into more detail about her relationship with Roy Jaggers and the incident regarding her son. We will have that part of the story on our broadcast tomorrow. And we'll be back with more News 25 after the break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by John Air. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call 775-751-2372.
Thanks for staying with us. Nye County Sheriff's Office responded to an alleged domestic dispute involving money that became physical.
On April 29th, Nye County Police responded to an alleged domestic dispute that had occurred. Upon arrival, police spoke to a male who had stated he and Brenda Paquette allegedly got into an argument over money. According to the declaration of arrest, during the argument, Brenda allegedly shoulder-checked the male while walking through a doorway, to which the male stated they went into their bedroom to avoid the altercation. Brenda then allegedly followed them into their room and shoved the male over the bed. The male allegedly punched Brenda in the face once in self-defense. Then Brenda left the residence. According to the declaration of arrest, police then contacted Brenda and had asked what had happened. Brenda allegedly stated the male punched her in the face, but when asked if she shoved the male, she denied it and said she was just trying to get through the door. Brenda was then placed under arrest by Nye County Police and charged with domestic battery. She was booked into the Nye County Detention Center without further incident.
Tomorrow is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you day. And if you're a diehard Star Wars fan and want to get married on this special day, you're in luck.
If you're a Star Wars fan, you probably already know that tomorrow is May the 4th be with you day. And if you're looking to get married on the special day, the Little Vegas Chapel has some packages for you, including a Princess Leia officiant, a replica of Luke Skywalker's land speeder will be on site, and the option of a galaxy-themed makeup and hairstyles for couples. For more information, visit littlevegaschapel.com.
Do you struggle with sore, achy muscles and joints? Dr. Andrew Bang, a chiropractor with Cleveland Clinic, says there are 3 things you can try to ease common aches and pains. First, he recommends trying heat.
So if we can get the heat to help penetrate those areas where you have pain, you have increased blood flow, that those ligaments, tendons, connective tissue loosens up back to a lengthened state instead of a tightened state. So you tend to have less pressure on a joint, so then you tend to feel better.
Dr. Bang says heating pads, warm rice socks, or even a paraffin wax dip can help heat penetrate deep into joints, increasing blood flow and reducing discomfort. Second, he advises loosening up muscles that get too tight, like your neck. He says gently stretching tight muscles brings blood flow back into those areas and can provide relief. Third, he recommends tightening up overstretched muscles to relieve aches and pains. For example, sitting all day may overstretch the mid-back and cause pain. Dr. Bang suggests tightening up those muscles by squeezing the shoulder blades together and holding for 30 to 60 seconds every couple of hours. He says this creates movement, increases blood flow, and can reduce pain.
I find that the body craves a couple of things. It craves movement, it craves variety of movement, right? Repetitive movements tend to lead to pain and irritation, where variety of movements, you tend to have relief in pain and increase in blood flow, etc.
Dr. Bang tells the people he treats that motion is lotion. Basically, if you keep moving, you'll have less pain. When we come back, monster trucks in Pahrump. We'll have the details on News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
The Monster Truck Insanity Tour is coming to Petrick Park this weekend. Mikey Ruin has all the details.
Friday, and Saturday, May 5th and 6th this weekend coming up at Petrick Park at 5 p.m. The Monster Truck Insanity Tour. And you can win tickets just by watching tomorrow when we ask you to call. We'll see you there.
Pat Lemming from Never Forgotten Animal Society tells us about a nice cat named Big Guy.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi everyone, this is Pat with Never Forgotten Animal Society at 3091 North David on the north end of town off of Bella Vista. We are between Blag and Leslie. In my arms is a wonderful cat by the name of Big Guy, and he lives up to his name. He is 16 pounds of pure love. He is a very gregarious guy. He wants to be out doing everything, wants to be involved in everything. He is just a sweet, sweet man. He likes being held, but it's on his terms. He's a 4-year-old. He's been fixed. He has all of his shots, and he's been microchipped, and he is ready to go home. Our adoption fee for any adult cat is $95, and that includes everything: spay, neuter, microchip, vaccinations, rabies certificate, and he is already been fixed, so he's ready to go. Our hours are Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5 every day, and you're welcome to come in. No reservation or any appointment is necessary, and you're welcome to come in and meet these guys anytime. We have 20 puppies. We've got a lot of adult dogs, starting from the very largest down to the very smallest. And then we have these guys. We have some Siamese kittens that are available right now. We have Big Guy. We have a bunch of adult cats available. So please come on in and see our kids. They are available anytime to come in and visit. And you can see he's just a love. He just loves being held and cuddled. He is a lotto cat, though. He is 16 pounds. So he will fit into almost any environment. He loves being around other animals. He loves being around children. He loves being around adults. So you're more than welcome to come in and meet him. I think you'll fall in love with him, as we have all done. So come on in. We're open Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5 every day, except Sunday. Thank you.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside at the News 25 studios. Not a bad day today, a bit cooler, but as long as we don't have all that wind, doesn't bother me. John's up with the weather forecast next, so stick around.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on the local BTV app. It's absolutely amazing. It'll be the apple of your eye. All right, 67 degrees out there in Fernley. Fallon's got 69, 61 in Carson City. Almost the cool spot, but who is muy frio? It is none other than Tonopah at 60 degrees. 61 out in Goldfield. Pate today saw 70, pretty nice. Room temperature 75 in Amargosa is not too bad, but Las Vegas, 77 degrees. Congratulations. It's 85 out in Death Valley, and here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look at our current temperature, 71 degrees. It's 73 a little bit earlier. 73 was our high today. Winds out of the south-southwest, kindly to 13 miles per hour. It came and it went. It was intermittent, and it wasn't too bad. It was a nice day. Sun rose this morning at 5:48. Setting this evening, look for it at 7:32. Heading down for a low tonight of 48 degrees, and under partly cloudy skies should make the sunset super nice. So look for that at 7:32. And as we head on into the rest of the week, well, we got some clouds, and look at this cold temperature, 62 degrees. Fear not, it gets better, like 20 degree swing in the next 3-4 days. By Friday, let's see, well, Sunday should be a nice day. 74 degrees, total sunshine. Monday, much the same, all the way up to 80. Tuesday, Wednesday, 83 degrees. Yeah, we'll be back poolside in no time, but a little bit chilly this weekend. Not a big deal. Yeah, we'll get over it, right? We'll get over it. Ask Missy, she'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm already over it. Thanks, John. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching News 25. I'm Missy Kohler. Have a great night.